To find a way to shut down Cedar Hill.
Well, Cedar Hill takes the field as the Texas flag leads the way, and the Horns, coming off a win over Lancaster 2 weeks ago, enjoyed the bye week, and now looking for their 4th straight win. And kind of at a point in the schedule, maybe a little bit softer. It ends really difficult. 3 of your last 4 against maybe 3 favorites to be those top 3 teams in your...
On some action, Jaden Clayton with 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Damon Babineau with 1 touchdown and 3 interceptions.
Jeremy Pervins is set to kick it off. Cedar Hill won the toss and deferred, and he goes pooch style to the 35, and a fair catch by the Mesquite Skeeters and Mac.
If you don't.
It's Jaden Clayton in the backfield with him, Daryl Collins, and on first down, Clayton's going to have to scramble. He's able to find his man past the 40-yard line, as that's Jerome Broadus. So improvisation there for 2 sophomores in Jordan Aragon, the center, and the right guard in Brandon Crawford. 2nd down and 2. Again, Clayton in trouble. This time he's brought down. Jalen Brewster, the man of the hour, once again after the positive gain on first. They're right back to that original line. Play clock under 5 seconds. Skeeters have got to get this thing off. Down to 2. Now 1. They'll snap it. 3rd and 10. Pressure coming. Clayton's going to have to step up again. And who else? Jalen Brewster, for the 2nd consecutive time, gets home on Clayton, and a 3-and-out for the Skeeters.
Brewster is just...
For the Skeeters, and back to return for the Longhorns is Trenton Jones. Rush coming. It's a good kick and a fair catch called for by Jones at the 37-yard line. So really more of the same for this Cedar Hill defense. Clayton was able to improvise, get some decent yards. Junior on the offensive line, protecting Muhammad. 2nd down, they gave him 2 yards on first down. Quick pass and in and out of the hands of Dylan Johnson, the sure-handed tight end. That's one of the rare times you'll see him drop a pass. But yeah, played well against Lancaster. They handed on the end around to Trenton Jones, and Jones has some space, gets about 6 yards of the 8 needed. So to receive this kick for the Skeeters, they're expecting a potential fake. So they're just going to line up like a normal defense. Officially 4th and 2 from the left hash. Purvis will send it deep, and it can roll for days. It's going to land at the 15, bounce towards the end zone, and Cedar Hill makes a great play. No, the foot goes into the end zone. It's a touchback. It looked like momentarily it was Corbin Skeeters. Tyler, I'm going to put you on the spot. You said you feel a safety coming. We'll see. Here comes the blitz. It might be, and right on cue, Mr. Tyler Welch. Safety for the Horns, their 3rd sack in the first quarter. And this defense just continues to put points on the board. It's 2-0.
And that wasn't just their Texas Tech commit. That was pretty much their entire defensive line.
But now they're going to go back and kick this one deep. Kickoff specialist Ronald DeVicente. I butchered that. I'll make it up for you, Ronald. As there's the kick. Cedar Hill's going to have great field position. Maybe not. That ball's dropped at the 30. And now there's some space. There's a flag on the complete opposite side of the field. Taking this one back is Corbin James inside the 20. But we will wait and see. And so now 2nd down and 1. Empty backfield. Omawale fires. Caught there on the outside by Trenton Jones. Tried to fight for a first. We'll see where they give him the forward progress, and it looks like they're going to mark him short of the first. He might have 2 chances at it if you're Cedar Hill. Blitz coming from the outside. They're going to throw a quick screen, and it's Caston again. He's got the 1st down and more to the 30. Runs over a defender and down around the 25-yard line. So 3rd and short, they go back to Caston, the junior, and they move the chains.
Well, the cornerback that was supposed to be
down run. Cedar Hill's already converted a 3rd and inches on this drive. Blitz coming from the aforementioned Spencer. They get it out to the secondary back in Jalen Williams, and he's going to be... Last 2 weeks ago against Lancaster showed that thunder and lightning. On the slant, that ball's caught by Trenton Jones, and he stumbles in for the touchdown. Cedar Hill in the end zone for the first time, and with that...
For Cedar Hill.
Extra point from Cianadelu is on the way and good. That is touchdown number 2 for Trenton Jones on the season. He is the team lead. 2nd and 9, under 2:20 left in the first quarter. Clayton back to pass. A little bit of time. Has a receiver open on the sideline. Jerome Broadus again. He's got both completions. So 1st and 10. Skeeters move the ball for the first time and get a fresh set of downs. Quick pass and a broken tackle, and staying on his feet trying to fight through is Christian Waters. He is down close to that first down marker. And now it's the running back in Darryl Clayton who is next to his quarterback in Jaden Clayton. Darryl Collins. It's Clayton who tries to escape and get some positive yards, but that Cedar Hill defense. Well, out of the timeout and ready to punt are the Skeeters. Cedar Hill sends the blitz, or rather the rush. Kick is off and a fair catch caught at the 26-yard line. On the 26-yard line, Muhammad's going to look deep over the middle of the field. Pass is caught, but a big hit. Holding on is Greg Perry.
They got in Detroit. Sonic and Knuckles, or Jameer Gibbs and David Montgomery, you got the speed back and the power back duo that just is so.
It would be impossible to determine who gets that sack. Muhammad over the middle, caught by Jones at the 25-yard line. He spins away, but he lost the football. And the Skeeters fall on it. So 2nd and 10. Some trickery, and nobody's fooled. Especially not Jalen Brewster. That's a 9-yard loss and is going to put the Vicente and that goal line. Here comes that rush, but he gets it away, and it's going to be caught at the 36. Trenton Jones to the 30, to the 20. He's all the way to the 10. He takes it back for the touchdown. And talk about making up for a fumble. Nothing is Cianadelu after that 36-yard punt return for a touchdown. Kick is up and good, and the Horns in control here.
If their offense, if their special teams is able to supplement this defense.
Yeah, we talked about how much the Mesquite defense had been struggling, giving up 161 points in the last 3 weeks. Cedar Hill's defense, they've only allowed 36 total points in the last 3 weeks. Fair catch, this drive. Here it comes. They hand it off. They try a reverse, and now they're going to throw it deep, and they got a man wide open. It's Damon Babineau, and he can't make the play, but a flag comes in. As they're defensively showing a little bit of soft coverage on these receivers. There's a quick screen. It's caught by Broadus, and he's not going to be able to escape. As a strong tackle on that far side by Marion Barnett III. And that receiver's out to the right. They take that extra tight end out of the game after calling timeout. Man in motion. Clayton in some trouble, and nothing he could do but lower his head and take the sack. And coming in to make the play for the Horns is Corbin Jones. It's officially 3rd and 7 with an empty backfield. Muhammad looks short, going to try and buy a little extra time, and then fired it quickly to Williams, who thought he was looking downfield. So not on this, Jalen Williams. But Purvis back to punt this one away. His last one landed and rolled all the way to the 1-yard line. This one here, kind of a neutral bounce. And it will be in. Clayton back to pass. Here comes the rush. Ball knocked away by Jalen Brewster as they were trying to go on that wide receiver, or rather the running back screen. Their new commit taking it back, but he's already got a couple of sacks, blown up some plays in the backfield, and he has forced a 3rd and 3 for this Skeeters offense. Clayton to his right, being chased by Desmond Manuel, throws it down the field. The pass is out of bounds. It was picked off, but landing well out of bounds after that interception was Caleb Jackson. And so, as Ronald De Vicente will kick it, Cedar Hill nearly got home. That punt's going to bounce at the 45, and Trenton Jones is going to let it roll, and it takes a really solid mesquite roll. It's still going inside the 25, and it'll finally stop at the 24-yard line. Yards here in this first half. It's an offense that averages about 284 a game. On the end around, they get it to Jones in space, and look out. He's got a block in front of him. He's inside the 25-yard line and knocked out of bounds. He had of 36 yards when they got him around that side. So Horns are moving the football. They hand it off to Williams, and he's going to make a couple guys miss. He's going to score. Touchdown Horns, but there's a flag down at the right on the fringe of field goal range. Muhammad has time, throws to Caston. He's got it. The first down, maybe more. Caston spinning, and he's down at the 1-yard line. Now, Trenton Jones, they have got James Taylor in the backfield with Muhammad. Excuse me, that's Jules Carter as the H-back, and he's going to snap it directly to him, and Carter's going to take it in the Wildcat formation. Touchdown, Longhorns, 6th touchdown of the season. So, Kian Adelu. That play clock got all the way down to 0, but the officials asked him to reset it. Adelu to knock in the extra point. He's been almost perfect this year. He's only missed one. And the broadcaster jinx doesn't get him this time as he knocks it through, and Cedar Hill does have that 3-score lead. 20 touchdown run today. It has been kind of weapon of choice for Cedar Hill. Squib kick, and it's going to be picked up around the 30-yard line by the Skeeters and dragged down is Daryl Collins.
I think Cedar Hill has the ball.
Whoa, Cedar Hill, do they have it on the field? And take it to the locker room. All Cedar Hill in the first half. They lead it 23-0 as they look to go to 3-0 in District 11 6A. Now that does bring us to half. Horns up 23-0. We'll be back for the second half. Brendan Smith, Tyler Welch, and our cameraman Egan Cook. You have been watching a champion for Mesquite. Of course, a lot of that has to do with those sacks and the pressure put on by this Cedar Hill defense. Now, Cedar Hill, the only team to commit penalties there in that first half. They have 4 for 45. Cedar Hill turns the ball over once on a fumble, but the score, and really, even though they put up the 23 points, you had a couple of plays, a couple of touchdowns from your offense. I think defense is the story once again, Tyler.
And it definitely is. There's the safety, and then there was that touchdown that was the punt return, but Trenton Jones' punt return wouldn't have happened had it not been for the great defense that pushed.
Volleyball Texas. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors. They try a surprise onside kick, and it's not going to go 10 yards. Cedar Hill smartly does not touch the football, and so they're going to have outstanding field position to begin their first position. As good of a day he's had. A receiving touchdown, a punt return touchdown. He also has 27 yards on the ground. Jules Carter gets it on the toss. First play of the second half, and he nearly broke it all the way to the... This game brought to you by Body Armor. Body Armor, more than a sports drink. They give it again to the right side, and it's Carter who is slicing through this defense. Big hold on a first down run has put Cedar Hill behind the chains at the 40. This drive started at their own 49. Muhammad's going to fire this one. It's caught to his go-to man, Trenton Jones, at the 26 or 27 from their own 30-yard line. Trying to get anything going offensively. Just 13 yards of offense. They will hand it off on first down. It's the second run by a running back, and that ball didn't come out. I thought the runner was on the ground, but the ball comes out, and it is fallen on by Jalen Brewster. The Cedar Hill defense. It's been familiar territory for them. Second down and 11. It's Muhammad over the middle. He's got a receiver wide open. The pass is caught and down at the 1 yard. Second down, and Omawale will keep it himself, and he will get in for the touchdown. Third score of the night for this season.
Fourth down, that defense is going to come in there and do their job, get you the ball back in a position where you can make something happen.
Kian Adelu knocks in the extra point. He remains perfect tonight in Cedar Bowl, Texas and Oklahoma. As the high school version of the Longhorns are in control here at 30-0. And Purvis will send it deep. Excuse me, that was Kian Adelu. And that one is received at about the 9-yard line. Trying to make something happen there is Keyshawn Waters, and he'll get out to the 30-yard line. A pretty good return for Waters, and that's where the Skeeters will start their second possession. They're two-sport athlete. He was actually drafted by the Dodgers out of high school. He ended up going to play baseball at Oklahoma State. A keeper from Clayton, and he gets nowhere. That looked like a busted play. So fresh set of downs at the 44 for Mesquite. They're going to try to hand it off in a fumble. The ball's loose, and who's got it? Cedar Hill's pointing that way, and counting the special teams over the last 3, now 4 weeks as well. They hand it off to Williams. He makes a man miss and has a chance, and he gets tackled at the 22-yard line. First down and 10 at the 22. Empty backfield. Muhammad rolls to his right, throws into coverage, and the pass nearly intercepted. A dangerous 20. After a solid run from Jalen Williams, they go quickly to Dylan Johnson, and Muhammad fires that one too high. Johnson immediately and Jaron Allen. It's a completely new look, this 30-0 lead. So from the 32, first down, Clayton's going to go deep. He's got a man open. It is dropped at the 25. Krishan Waters was wide open. In fact, one of those, to Travis Green, the cornerback on the near side. Rolling to his left, Clayton fires into coverage, and he misses his receiver completely as he was looking for Babineau. Good cover
there, and he starts to struggle again.
So Mesquite will punt this one away. It's Ronald DeVicente to punt it. Out to Trenton Jones. He calls for the fair catch at the 35, and that's where the Horns will begin this possession. 30-0 our score, 4:35. After that fair catch at the 35-yard line, so the penalty pushes them back 10 yards. Play clock under 5. They're going to hand it off now on 1st and 20. It's Jalen Williams who bounces it outside. He's going to get a lot of that penalty yardage back. And in fact, he gets all of it back with the 3rd, 4th, maybe even 5th effort. That is a strong 10 or 11-yard gain from Jalen. Timeout. Cedar Hill's got it 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line. Muhammad's going to go for it all. Down the sideline, he had a receiver in a Marion Bagley with the throw to his bounce. He sends it deep. He's been a weapon for Cedar Hill this season. That ball bounces at the 25, and another neutral bounce. That's where it'll stay. And that is
more insult to injury.
A 15-yard penalty because of the personal foul, and so now at the 30-yard line. This, I believe, is the deepest into Cedar Hill territory we have seen Mesquite. They might be setting up a wide receiver pass. They are, and open for the catch, and in for the touchdown is Darryl Collins. The touchdown pass came from their wide receiver this year. DeVicente, the senior, in to add the extra point. And the kick is up, and it is good. And so Mesquite gives the home crowd something to cheer about as they have broken. The Horns move their record to 5-1. They've won 4 straight. They're 3-0 in District 11 6A. For Mesquite, they've now lost 4 in a row. They're 1-5, and they fall to 0-3 in district play. And I'm going to make an executive decision for tonight's offensive player of the game presented by Elite Source Evaluators. I think Trenton Jones gets it today. Ran the ball well, had the touchdown pass, also had the punt return for a touchdown, did a little bit of everything for Cedar Hill.
He did. They used him in the run game. They used him in the pass game, special teams.